Y'all come on in. 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 I didn't post about coming live today, but I think I'm going to try to go live Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard. I think it's my time zone for 30 minutes. That's what I'm going to attempt to commit to, unless an emergency happens or my wife needs me to do something that I got to tend to. No weekends, but I'm going to try to do Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. I'm going to try to do that. Y'all share this live if y'all watching. If y'all watching on the replay, what's goody? I want to take a minute to shout out some music that came out today. I just seen that George Dean and the Gospel 4 put out music today. Christina, what up? Pastor David Moore and Focus put out music today. I think I seen that he did a solo thing and a thing with Focus. So shout out to Pastor David Moore. Shout out to Chris and the team for always putting out music. They dope. It's a team of them over there. Shout out Chris Hedden and Brand New. I saw he put out an album with his group. Brock, I don't know if Brock did Brock put his album out today? He put out 2 albums, the Quartet side and Contemporary side. Did Brock put his stuff out today, or did I just happen to see it today? Y'all let me know in the comments. Well, yo, I thought about something today that I want to just kind of talk about for a minute. As y'all come in, y'all can see the title said what Quartet is missing. And one of the things I think it would be dope to see in the Quartet genre is like collaboration with artists within and outside of the genre. You know what I'm saying? Like seeing collaborations that we're familiar with, working with people that we never worked with before. You know, y'all know what I'm talking about. The cross-pollination of different styles and sounds and energies and creative ideas. I think it would be dope if we saw more like collaboration. Let me know what y'all think. More collaboration. I think that would be fire, bro. Because there's so many dope artists. Here's the thing that I know people know, but I don't think we don't really capitalize, utilize, take advantage of people outside of Quartet, artists in particular, that love Quartet, that may sing on your record, even though they're not a Quartet artist. Whether that's Christian, R&B, no matter the outside genre, there's a lot of people who love Quartet. And like one of the dopest collaborations ever was Too Close with the Williams brothers and Stevie Wonder. And shout out to the Williams brothers in general, because like they were a group that clearly someone, I don't know if it was their dad, I don't know if it was one of the big bros, I don't know if they met somebody, but it's very clear that the Williams brothers had a operation that was bigger than Quartet and bigger than their group. They had a label, Blackberry, with other groups on it. They collabed with artists outside of their subgenre. And like those are things that are like super dope. Like super dope. And I think it'll be dope in 2025, 2026, 2027 to see us like kind of build together, collaborate, get people on our records that love us, that aren't necessarily quartet groups. KJ, what's up? But you know what I'm saying? Just to diversify our presence. So I think that's what's missing. Collaboration. Collaboration is powerful. I don't know why we don't collaborate. It could be territorial. This is my group. I don't want nobody on my records. It could be I don't think other people will want to sing. Archie, I don't think other people will want to sing on my record, so I don't ask. A lot of times we do be afraid to ask. But it would be dope to see, because the gifts in Quartet and the relationships that people have can reach outside of the bubble. And I think reaching outside of the bubble, like I'll give you a crazy example. Like for a quartet group to do like a ballad, like a dope slow song, and then to have somebody like Marcus Anderson play the saxophone on the song as a featured artist because he's a smooth jazz artist. Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And then you get people who are fans of Marcus. They're going to listen to the song because they love Marcus, and they may end up being like, yo, who is this group? I love this. And then they may go listen to your stuff. The power of collaboration. You know what I'm saying? Am I tripping? I think that would be fire. There are some people on the side of the fence of stay in your bubble, don't go outside the genre, serve your people. And I don't think I understand it. Let me rephrase that. I don't understand it. I mean, I know there are core quartet fans, but the way my mind is, it's like you have quartet fans, yes, but then you have to put yourself in a position to have people who like your group. You know what I'm saying? And if you have a sound, if you're collaborating, if you have an aesthetic and an image of your own that's unique, and you're partnering with artists and different things of that nature to really build your group, people gonna love that. And 9 times out of 10, if you do it well, yeah, true, Archie. If you do it well, you're going to start to attract a fan base you never would have imagined. And it's like, Archie, I've been thinking about this because at the end of the day, it's like, if you're doing business, don't you want as many customers as possible so that your business won't go under? And you can't just be like, well, we got 20 customers that's been rocking with us for 20 years, so we're just going to put all our energy into these 20 customers. And it's like, I mean, I understand being loyal to them, but at the same time, don't you want it to grow past 20? And what are some ways you can move around to grow it? Especially when we're talking about doing it for a living. Especially when we're talking about like really building a brand and a business that we can live off of our music. Like collaboration. Y'all, so many people love Quartet, whether you know it or not. There's so many people who love it. There are people who won't go to a gig, but they'll listen to the music. That's something we got to work on, guys. We got to work on having better presentations at concerts. So even people who love Quartet that used to go to concerts don't go no more. So we might have to look at that. Well, back to the collaborations. Yeah. I think we should see more collaborations, man. I don't know if it's an ego thing. I don't know if it's territorial. I don't know if the competition won't allow. It's like, nah, I ain't working with the competition. I don't know. Y'all will have to tell me because I don't know. But I think it would be dope to see this artist over here work with this artist over here. You got a male group over here. You got a female group over here. They make a song together. When they on the same show together, they perform together. Tyler Clark says all of the above. Understood, Tyler. Understood. But at the end of the day, if we're like, yeah, when I look at these concerts all over the world, well, not all over the world, but all over the places that Quartet shows be, it don't be that many people there. So clearly we need to be doing something, delivering something that can change that outcome. And I think if there was like a culture of collaboration, we could start to bridge the gap between the music and the people. Because there seems to be a disconnect between the music and the people, the art and the people. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. I'm rambling, but I'll just be paying attention. And there's a lot of people who I talk to that just be, okay. All right, so I'm going to put this comment up here. Tyler says, when people understand we're better together, we will get somewhere. But so many try to step on each other to get to the top instead of getting there together. And Tyler, if we be honest, it's like, the crazy thing is us stepping on each other to go where? That's a real question. Okay, I'm going to step on you to get to the next annual anniversary slot as a headliner. I'm going to step on you to get to... I think that's it. I think that's it right there. Being the headliner on popular anniversaries, that might be the pinnacle right now. And we might should look at that so that can change. Because I'm trying to think of what are other accomplishments in the genre that we would be stepping on each other for. Y'all help me in the comments. Tell me. Because I want to understand and learn. I've been in and around Quartet since I was a child, a baby, literally. So I've seen, and there's certain things that I've never understood that y'all probably could help me with. And collaboration is one. The first album I ever produced on my own by myself, I was 17 years old. And all of my friends that I grew up with are very gifted musicians. And in the album, I went through all of the songs and I picked different musicians out of my friend pool and I assigned them to the songs that I thought they would play the best. So no one group of people played on every song. There was some combinations of multiple people playing on multiple songs, but y'all get what I'm saying. On the last song of the album, my wife wrote a song and we had multiple different artists singing pieces of the verse. And stuff like that is cool. And I understand that there is a competitive nature to things like music, and I do believe that there's a such thing as healthy competition and unhealthy competition. Like, I don't think there's nothing wrong with wanting to be the best. I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting to win. But I do think that there's something wrong with tearing a person down as your strategy to rise. I don't think that's a good strategy, and I don't think that's a good look. Because it kind of reveals that it can kind of come across as if you're not good enough to just be good. Like, you're not good enough. It could come across like you're not dope enough to just exist. The only way you can look good is if you make everybody else look bad, because you really don't look good. But if they look bad, you look better than them. Tyler, y'all, Tyler going crazy in the comments. But I think like being intentional with your craft and collaborating within the genre and like collaborating outside of the genre, like I think that's missing, bro. Like getting in a room where people who think excuse me, different than you and building and doing stuff. Because at the end of the day, imagine two groups collaborating and being able to leverage that collaboration on shows that they do together. It's like, it's good for the culture. It's good for the culture. And then we have to, like, when we are competing, it's like, let's ask ourselves this. In Quartet, what's the highest honor? What's the highest accolade? And what's the biggest show? Josh, what up, bro? What's the biggest, like, what's the highest honor? What's the greatest accolade? What's the biggest show? So a lot of people I ain't gonna say a lot of people, because that's not true. Some people get annoyed with me because I say, hey man, instead of competing with each other from show to show, like, take a step back and build your group. Like, just take a minute and build, create your sound. La, what up? Take a minute, create your sound, man, and then work with like-minded people. Because it's like Tyler said, people be like stepping on each other. And my question is, to go where? And I'm not even asking that question to be sarcastic. I'm asking that question for us to really think about the question and answer it. What's the biggest show? What's the highest accolade? And you got to answer that. It's like, okay, so if we're competing and I'm tearing these people down, am I trying to get the highest streaming numbers? Which, Tyler, you rogue, man. Tyler going crazy. It's like, so yeah. In the midst of my rambling, collaboration, bro. Collaboration. That's dope, Josh. Collaboration. So to if you saw the title of the video, what's missing in Quartet, I think it's collaboration. Like iron sharpen iron. Get together. Create music together. Write together. Just do stuff to. I mean, y'all sing, we sing on the same shows every weekend anyway. So how much more dope would the musical presentation be if we made records together? You know what I'm saying? Am I tripping? Am I tripping? I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping, man. Collaboration is powerful, yo. Yeah, collaboration is powerful, yo. Um, it is my desire and my goal and my plan to do a lot of collaborating, bringing a lot of people together, and doing things that we have seen in the past and some things that we never seen before. And it's going to take all of us coming together to make that happen because it take it take money to do things on a high level, y'all. And I don't know the reasons why, and y'all can comment and let me know. Um, it may be too expensive. Artists may not see how the return on the investment makes sense. So it may put them in a position to be reluctant to spend certain types of money. But whatever the reasons are, the idea came to me to start a community for us to put our resources together, like to see great art being made and to teach and to collaborate. And I really want to see the genre win. And I know it's going to take love, collaboration, resources, patience, consistency, work ethic, love, love. So I want to invite everybody that did not already know to join the community today. The link is above if you're on Facebook and below if you're on YouTube. It's $25 a month. Every dime that you invest every month will go into us as a collective, meaning myself, other producers, musicians, singers, songwriters, groups, content creators, graphic designers coming together to like work on a monthly project to present content and music on a very high level and also document the process to teach how to do what needs to be done. So yeah, that's the vibes. Mina, what up? Thank you. Thank you so much. That's the vibes. So to all who can and will join the community like ASAP to the ASAP. And honestly, for those of you who join, as time goes on, you guys will see like, whoa. Because at the end of the day, truth. DJ, what up, brother? The truth of the matter is we know the issues, we know the problems. Us as producers and musicians and groups, we know that finances and business is a huge elephant in the room of Quartet. When I talk about it, there are people who champion me for it, and there are people who think I should shut up. But no matter which side you on, it's the doggone truth. So in my mind, I'm like, hey, what's a solution to the problem of finances in Quartet? Oh, let's build a community where we all come together, pay a little bit of money a month that equals a lot of bit of money for the people who we love. So we have like we have to put our money where our mouth is when it comes to the taboo word support. So this is a way to support the community. Like, if you love your people and you want to see dope stuff, community, bruh. Community, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's some very, very talented people out here. Y'all know that. And we get so caught up in the little things, bruh. We be arguing and fussing and gossiping and cussing and fighting. And it's like, what's the biggest show? What's the highest accolade? Somebody, whether you're watching right now or you watching the replay, I want somebody to give me a real answer to them questions. There was a third question, but I forgot that. I forgot the third question I asked. But it was, what's the biggest show? What's the highest accolade? And it was one more question. So it's like, when we out here scrapping, it's like, what's the end goal? So I'm like, okay. So okay, that's what's going on. Okay, so how can I use my gifts, talents, and treasures to change the narrative? That's what I'm asking myself. Like, how can I use my gifts, talents, and treasures to change the narrative? So, started a community where every dollar is going to be used for all of us as creatives to come together to create quartet art on a high level. I don't know what's going to happen. I know what the desires of my heart are, and I ain't going to put no limits on God. I'm going to just show up, call on the people who love the culture, who down for the cause, and we'll just start to see. Over time, we'll see. Project after project, song after song, video after video. We'll get to participate in like watching it build, watching it grow. I want to be a part of something that Quartet can be proud of, and also we always hear the conversation about, like, of course, the Isaac Curry podcast with Norman really ticked gospel artists off. It ticked the gospel community off. So I'm praying and hoping that that frustration turns into execution. Keyshawn, what up, bro? I'm hoping the frustration of Quartet being dead put some fire under our butts to put in the work and to come together to show that that's not true. It's just simple. And so I'm on the front lines like, hey, y'all, let's come together. Let's reach and teach and build and grow. And reach and teach and build and grow. And then all of a sudden it'll be like, whoa. Whoa, guys. The rest of the gospel community, the music industry, the world would be like, oh, wait, there's an art form, there's a ministry, there's a group of people that deserves to be heard, guys, and they gonna make sure they heard whether we co-sign or not. So let's get to getting. So that's what I'm on. So those of you who will stand with me, join the community. I love y'all. I'm gonna see y'all. I'm gonna try to be up here Monday through Friday. Next week, I'm not sure how it's gonna work. I know it's Labor Day Monday, right? Some kind of day Monday. So yeah, I don't know how that's gonna go. But for now, I'm out. Peace.